Donald Trump is accusing Hillary Clinton and her aides of taking advantage of her position while Secretary of State to do favors for the Clinton Foundation's donors based on new emails that were just released. And, well, got to tell you, Donald Trump is not alone. A new report reveals the FBI officials there wanted an investigation into whether there was a criminal conflict of interest between the State Department and the Clinton Foundation. But that was thwarted by the Justice Department. Joining me now, Lauren Ursom is back along with Kendall Coffee. Lauren, let me start with you on this one. It's maybe she's dodged a bullet within the Justice Department, but these allegations are damning, and it feels like there's a lot of dots to connect.
It does seem like it's a lot of dots to connect, Charles. You know, the thing is, it's entirely possible that pay for play wasn't occurring, but we don't actually know, because the reality is there are tens of thousands of emails, maybe hundreds of thousands of emails that have been deleted. It's possible that the emails were hacked and some other foreign countries may know what's going on, but we don't know what's going on. And I think what people are really looking for is to find folks who will work for the government, not because they were able to donate the most money, not because they could cut a check to the Clinton, but because they're actually talented and the right people to lead this country and give everyone an opportunity to be successful and save money and be happy.
Kendall, I mean, this is, listen, we know about influence peddling in politics, but this is, if it's true and it smells bad, is at the highest level. And, I mean, this should probably disqualify Hillary Clinton from being president.
Well, that's going to be a matter for the voters to decide, because as we know, political favoritism, even when the engines of favoritism are fueled by high-octane campaign contributions or other financial contributions, simply aren't a crime.
Wait a minute, pay to play is legal?
If you don't have a specific pay for a specific play, there's plenty of cases where what seem to be sort of cronyism things don't become a crime. We all know about the Supreme Court decision, very recent in the case of former Governor Bob McDonnell. Yeah, there was influence, there was lobbyists, there were $175,000 worth of goodies, but the Supreme Court said you don't have a specific quid pro quo, you don't have a crime.
And yet, Lauren, the FBI, a lot of folks at the FBI thought at least there was enough of a smoking gun here to warrant a greater investigation. And by the way, there was a redacted name that it would be fantastic if the American public knew who that person was, so we could find out if indeed there was a payoff for their request.
It would be fantastic if we knew who that person was, so we could put together the pieces and really get to the root of what is in fact driving the Clintons. We want to trust those who are in government, who are leading the nation. And Hillary has a huge trust problem. This just feeds back into it. Voters over and over again, they'll do polling to say, what's the #1 problem that you have with Hillary Clinton? So that they can't trust her. Pay for play wouldn't be surprising to anyone at all. It just seems like another, of course the Clintons are doing that sort of scenario.
Kendall, on that note, maybe she skirts the law here. Maybe this isn't resolved. He is paying a heavy price with respect to public opinion, and particularly in trustworthiness.
I don't think the public is ignoring this. I think more and more media is paying attention. And who knows, maybe in October, foreign hackers will provide and dump the rest of the information that hasn't been seen so far. But whatever may be the impact politically, doesn't seem like the FBI has anything to work with in terms of trying to establish a provable crime.
To be clear, Lauren, the FBI, they would like to investigate this, but it's the Justice Department that's stopping them, which is sort of ironic, considering that Loretta Lynch said, hey, if the FBI wants to investigate, they could. And, of course, they almost came very close to losing their candidate, though.
They did almost come very close to losing their candidate. I mean, we've already seen in this election cycle, just in the last few weeks, that the Clintons are willing to go on airplanes with minimal people around to have backdoor conversations. It's really tough to believe what the Clintons are saying. The FBI, very likely, if there are agents who are willing to recommend that the DOJ needs to pursue charges, the DOJ not pursuing charges, it smells more of a political decision than it actually does a actual decision based on the evidence.
All right,
the FBI would unlikely to have made that recommendation otherwise.
Let's leave it here. Kendall, maybe there will be some additional leaks. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great weekend.
Okay, thanks.
All right, we got the consumer conference.